Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice of My Life. It is mail call time again today, and this is more of like a local shipment. I don't think that the spinner in this box actually came locally, but it was at least shipped out to me locally. And it is from Asaya. Actually, I really don't know how to pronounce your name. Is your name Asaya or Azia or something? I don't know. I think it's Asaya, so I'm just gonna call you Asaya, okay? I'm sorry, but Asaya J and what looks to be Unospinner F2 team. Looks like it, so I'm just trying my best to make out this part. Looks like an F2 or FZ, F2, I don't know. But anyway, I gotta confess to you guys that I actually opened up this box, and the reason why I'm redoing this whole thing is because there's a little nice message, I suppose, on the flip side of this box, and I want to share it with you guys. So here we go. This is actually quite cool. I like this. It's an actual like card sleeve, and it says the one-stop fidget Unospinner FZ, F2, I don't know, by Asaya and the Unospinnerfz Team. It's the Galactia Spinner by Hando Studio. So I don't know if it's called Hando Studio or Hando Studio. Since we're speaking in English terms here, I'm gonna call it Hando Studio. Copyright 2017, even though it's written, it shouldn't be a copyright. But anyway, it's a nice touch. Thank you for supporting. And it is just a card, I believe. Let's just take it out and... oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, specs on this thing. That's cool. That's a nice touch. Okay, I'm gonna slide this back in so that we could just have it on camera. Specs: titanium body, buttons, 688 bearing, 42 grams, hex key included. It's cool. So you can actually email Unospinnerfz Team. I think it's FZ, not F2. So at gmail.com. Site is the one-stop fidget.bigcartel.com. One-stop fidgets partners: Mackie, owner of Mackie Studio. This is the creator of the Try Night. Ray Zhang, the owner creator of ZL Spin. I'm sorry, it's handwritten, so it's actually got quite a lot of character. I'm not gonna make fun of the handwriting of whoever wrote this note because it's a really nice touch. And Mr. Y, the owner creator of the Arm Shark. Oh, that's cool. So out of these three, I actually own 2 spinners from these 2 makers. Very, very nice touch. So these are your specs, guys. These are the specs of the Galactia Spinner, which is right here. So I've got this tool. Looks like a Torx screwdriver, so it's pretty cool. Here we have the Galactia. My goodness, it's really small. It's way smaller than I expected, guys. Look, cover it in my finger. And that's about it. This part, guys, this part I haven't opened up yet. I just opened up that cardboard box right there. So let's have a look at this together, shall we? Comes in a nice tin packaging, as you know a lot of other spinners do. Then we have the... man, it's light and small. Just gotta make sure that there's nothing else inside that I'm missing out on. But very nice cutout. And this is the Galactia Spinner, made in titanium body. Very light, very small. Oh, this is a nice etching on the button over here. Hando Studio Han Tao. Is that how I pronounce it? I know this is Tao, but I'm not so good on the first word, so I apologize. HX Outdoors. Looks to be like 2 plates put together. Very nice, interesting details on this. Look, nice slots. Very, very small. One of the smallest spinners I own. I don't think it's as small as a micro size spinner, but this is really small. Where's my stubby? It is still longer than a stubby, but it's narrow. Look at that, guys. It's really narrow. Okay, I'm gonna spin it. Here we go. Did you guys hear that snap? What was that? Okay, but it's really smooth. Let's try it again. Okay, no more snap. I think it's just like some static from here. First impressions is that I like the machining on this. Look at all the details in that. I like it. I think it's cool. I like all these very angular marks. You guys already know I like angular designs. These are akin to jimping, but they are not real jimping. It's just the design. It is 2 plates put together, and you can see that there are some Torx screws right there. They aren't hex screws, they are Torx screws. And then you have nice cutouts here, window slots, and very nice laser etching on the button. So let's remove the buttons and take a look. Just a quick peek. Let's see what's inside. So the buttons are really, really flat. Almost like the GP1 spinner, where it's really, really narrow. But you can see it's a 688 bearing inside there, and I think that the only way to take out the bearing is to remove 2, possibly even all 4 of these Torx screws right there. So first impressions, this is actually really small, really, really small. I didn't know what to expect from pictures, and yes, I got it through Asaya. So what's gonna happen next, guys, is I will put this little baby on my EDC for the next week or so. Then I will check back in with you guys and let you all know what really is up and how I really feel about this. Catch you guys soon. Bye.
2,000 years later.
I'm back, and before we continue, let's get this card back in frame because there are some amendments and corrections that I have to announce. First of all, the name is Azri. That's how you pronounce the name, Azri, also known as AJ. So I guess AJ is actually easier, but for some reason I always just revert back to Azri anyway. The next correction is this. This is Unospinnerfz Team. The backstory for the unique name is because this group of people are spinner enthusiasts as well as nerf enthusiasts. So that's why Spinnerfz Team, get it? I double checked with Azri and then Azri just told me everything. So you can tell that I've been using this quite a lot because there are quite a lot of scratches, especially on the buttons. Look at that right there next to this logo, and I've got another line scratch right there. So I've been using this quite a lot. The reason why I took so long to film this second part is because Senpai Vincent, aka Tritmaster Vincent on Facebook, shared with everyone that these trit slots required no glue. You actually just open up the spinner, fit 2 trits in there. These are 1.5 by 6 mm trits, and then close it back up. It's really cool because it can be viewed from all 3 outer window slots, but actually there is one more window slot on the inside. So that's really interesting. Very well machined, I suppose, for that preciseness over there. Good job and very novel idea by the Handle team. That means you could switch out your trits, swap colors and all that without the hassle of actually gluing it in. So that's really cool. Now, since I'm talking about that, ever since I saw Senpai Vincent's post on Facebook about the trits, I made a call to my buddy Newbie and I asked if he had any spare trits available, and he said, I don't, but Yongqiang has his trits with me. So I said, cool, I'm gonna borrow them. And so Newbie came down and I told him, let me just give you a dinner treat. I owe you one for this. And so I did the installation for the trits. Check it out. It's just about dinner time, even though I'm not eating, but I'm joined with Newbie. Please. Oh my god, don't do that, please. He's my secret supplier for all my nerf parts, for my spinners, and today he's my supplier for trits. So anyway, bro, what do you want to drink? 2 teh, okay. I'm gonna get myself a cup of tea, so you guys just listen to how I ordered, okay? So he wants 凉茶, and I want tea, iced tea. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Listening to you speak Chinese, I will laugh my ass off.
说不可以
Just not used to it.
他不习惯听我说华文
Okay, I understand your Chinese.
说华语啊华语华文 is the language, right?
Yeah.
华语 is the language, the speaking language, right? 他不习惯听我说华语，有问题吗？安迪你好，加油嘛！
有中华英雄啊！
中华英雄啊！
可以吗？
可以啊，中华英雄哦，来一杯得冰。啊，对，一杯得冰。
中华英雄啊！
哦，这个牌子啊，这个还不错啦。中华英雄可以吗？没有加。中华英雄，what is what？中
华世家。
But I think because they go and write 中华。We're just waiting for his dinner, which is the char-grilled chicken, the Cajun-style char-grilled chicken, and it's awesome. If I had not had my dinner, I would have eaten the same thing because it's really good. But I'll show you guys.
On your behalf, I shall eat 2 shares. No, peace.
Very good, very good.
A few moments later.
So this is the fabled Cajun chicken that Newbie will always come here to eat because it's just under my block, but it's really, really good. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. But he's not into fries, so I ordered some onion rings as a side, and then I'm gonna eat his fries and he eats the onion rings. But while he's having his meal, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it is like when you're able to just insert a trit into these slots over here on the Galactia. Interesting stuff that I wanted to share. That's why I borrowed his trits. Actually, it's not really his trits. It's Yongqiang's trits, but Yongqiang's just too lazy to meet Newbie. Calling you out, Yongqiang. You're just too lazy to meet Newbie, so Newbie is here to lend me your trits just for a couple of hours so I can get this film down. So shout out to Yongqiang, shout out to Newbie, and yeah, for all of you guys. So here we go. We got the Orange Mod Works limited edition spinner here, but that's just to show Newbie tricks. We got 4 green ones here. This guy. Start by removing the buttons. get your T6 size Torx screwdriver and remove the Torx screws. Once you're done, just split it open like that. Then you can see the bearing sitting inside. Basically, I think they cut costs. All you have to do is just make two exactly identical halves. And then machining can save by half cost, bottom easy to cut ma. I think this is smart. This is their way of saving material because not one whole block gone ma. Now next we get our trit. And this is a 1.5mm by 6mm trit. Just drop it in there, exactly like that. Do the same for the other side. Actually look like that. Then just close the spinner back. And finally install the buttons back. And then we are good to go. You have your trits in the slot there. You can actually see the trits from here, here, as well as here. So that's actually quite cool. I like the fact that they cut the window slots like this and the trits will not drop out. Very nicely done. Good job to Handao. Good job to Handao for actually thinking of this idea. And also to Vincent. Hey Vince, shoutouts to you for pointing it out that you could actually do this glueless trit installation. So that's really cool. And one more time, shout out to Nubi. Shout out to Yongqiang. There we go. I know you guys can't really see the trit glow now because we're in pretty bright light, but there we go. See the trits there? Yeah, that's right, that's right. Okay, bye, that's all. Bye. Okay, time to eat some fries. Bye. Now you guys know why it took so long to film this part. In that particular video, not only did I show you the installation of the trits, I also showed you the dismantling and reassembling of the Galactia Spinner. Now let's talk about my experience with the spinner. It is really small, and because this is made of titanium, it's super light. One of the lightest spinners ever that I've handled, and it is even lighter, I dare say, than the bow tie spinner that Yongqiang let me try. This is so small. I could hide it with my finger. Look at that. It's crazy small, but very pocketable. It's just that it's so light that really I'm not really enjoying this thing. I can feel it spin for sure because you see the buttons have a little bit of wobble. So you can definitely feel it gyrating in your hand. Yeah, I'm going to use the word gyrating. Vibrating in your hand so you feel the resonance. But it's not that satisfying to flick because it feels like you're flicking plastic. Okay, let's talk about flicking, okay? So forward flicks, not much of a problem. Preloaded flicks are the ones that actually cause me a bit of grief because the jimping over here, right at the corners, these are sharp. They're really sharp and I don't like it. So preloaded flicks are very uncomfortable unless I get my finger up here, but that's really silly as well because that means that my middle finger is touching the button. See? That's how small it is. So that's something that I'm really not enjoying. Switching over to the middle finger and thumb grip, pushing forward the index finger, pulling back. All these are okay, totally fine. No problem because the spinner is so small. A lot of room for you to get your index finger away. With the fourth finger, just simple flicking like this, not a problem. So if you guys are looking to use this as a fidget spinner just to keep on fidgeting forward and back or just rolling it forward, oh, it almost slipped out, or just pushing and pulling forward and backwards, then this is gonna be perfect because it's so light and it's relatively quiet. Of course, that has to do with the bearings, but yes, it's relatively quiet. Plus, it is titanium, very solidly made. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. I think about 60-ish, 70 US, I think. I might be wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I might have gotten the prices wrong, but I think 60-ish, 70. So, final verdict. Once again, recap. Solid titanium body, two halves that are screwed in with Torx screws. And these Torx screws are made of stainless steel. An R688 bearing, which I really don't like. Very small, very narrow, very flat, if that's your thing. Even the buttons are super flat. And jimping on the sides and all that, I really don't particularly enjoy this spinner because it cost me 70 US, 60 or 70, I cannot remember because it's been quite some time. The good thing is, for trit lovers, you guys are gonna love this simply because you don't need any glue to put your trits in. The installation is super simple. You could always swap it out at any point of time. It comes with the Torx screw tool as well. Don't quote me on that. I think it was Esri that personally included the Torx screwdriver. I don't think that the maker included it, so I might be wrong. But anyway, just just get out to your hardware store and buy yourself a T6 size torque screwdriver if you want to remove these screws and open up the spinner. Simple as that. Do I like it? Yeah, I think it's not bad, a spinner. It's a very unique looking piece, but it is way too small for me, way too light. I don't like the jimping over here. I might throw it into my stone washing thing, but these are all machine finish over here and very grayish titanium. So I think it was heat treated till it got this very dark titanium grey. Now if you have options to swap out the buttons, then I suggest that you do it, because I took the metal jacket buttons and I put it on and it looks not bad, but I don't like brass as buttons, and the metal jacket comes with brass buttons unless you had bought the metal jacket from Spinnetic Spinners, and Spinnetic actually includes stainless steel versions of those buttons. That's something for you to take note of. Oh, you know what? Hold that thought. Hang on. I got myself a spare 688 Mackie button set. Yeah, the Mackie Tri-Night, you know, these are the V2 buttons, so let's just give it a shot and see if this button actually fits on the Galactia. Because, you know, look at that, it's just so flat. Oh, damn, it's so small and it's just easily scratched and all that. Here we go, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing fits. No, it does not. This sucks, guys. The button's pressing against the frame right here. So, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Damn it! Okay, you know what an alternative could be? To get one of the Neospin 688 to 188 converters, put it inside, and then swap out the buttons for something else, like maybe the Herc X buttons or some XL Spinnetic buttons or something like that. I don't know, let's try it out. But not in this video, because I'm keeping the 688 188 converter or adapter for another video. Stay tuned for that. It's up and coming really soon, I promise. I'm talking about all the different type of cores, all the different type of adapters that are out there in the market. Okay, not all, but a lot. Trust me, I spent a whole shit ton of money and I bought quite a lot of them. So that's my final verdict, guys. I don't think it's worth the money. Unless you really love titanium and unless you can really enjoy the machining on these, simply because I think this is two parts, you know what I mean? Just two identical parts, it's not a single solid piece, so I don't really see the value in that. Of course, the tolerances are really good, everything is a perfect fit, the bearings, the screws, everything just fits really well, and of course the trits also sit in very well, so no gripes about that. That's about it, guys. Links to the One Stop Fidget website in the video description below, and thank you once again for watching and staying all the way throughout. I hope that I provided enough information for you guys to decide whether or not the Galactia Spinner is a spinner for you. For me, now that I have it, I might as well just keep it, but I don't think it was worth the money. That's all, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next slice of my life. Bye.